turn fight for the next PE by the time you are 77? Do you think you have the will and energy to fight the next PE?
No, I say I shall return, but I didn't tell you I'll return in the way you want me to return. So, now when I say return, it means I'll be always in the scene. I will always be watchful of what's happening in Singapore. Because basically, as an ex-politician, we just slowly fade away. But we have to be watchful, because if anything, if I find anyone who, let's say, were to say something which I need to respond, I'll respond. Not directed at me, but directed at Singapore as a whole. So I won't just go away. I'll probably watch what is happening here.
How do you intend to do that, Dr. Tan? How do you intend to do that?
I got my Facebook, I got my blog, and I got a new media to help me. So issues also I can monitor. Now this bread and butter issue also can monitor. But as a presidential candidate, I am quite. I don't want to go into bread and butter issues, because that is not the role of the president. I'll stick to what is within the constitution. But if I'm not running for president, I can always, make my little 2 cents comments on the issues pertaining to any of the ministry, from transport, health, or whatever. It's like a vehicle. Now I got a vehicle to make my comments and my suggestions. Doesn't mean you must just criticize. If you think you have certain ideas, you can use that media to convey to whichever ministry or whoever made those suggestions.
Other than the social media, is there any other way that we could go about and continue engaging Singaporeans?
I suppose that's a better way. Because that is where I think all the younger people are definitely actively involved. And the young should be better informed of all the changes that's happening here. I think the older people will normally read the newspaper. The printed media is the best form. But I believe that the younger Singaporeans, they go to Facebook, they go to the blog, Twitter, and all that.
So, Dr. Tan, not through any other political parties?
No. I think I like to stay neutral.
Doc, so you are ruling out the possibility of running for presidential election again?
I didn't say that. You said it.
And what if Dr. Tony Tan were to invite you to join him in the CPA? Is it a possibility that you would consider?
I have to think very carefully, because it all depends whether we share common grounds or not. If we don't share common grounds, it will be difficult for him and I to work. So, depends. I have to see the terms of reference before you make a decision of this kind, because this is quite a serious decision.
Dr. Tan, you said just now before the interview started, you think that there was a straight fight between you and Dr. Tony Tan, you would have won. Can you expand a bit on that?
Actually, I didn't say I would have won. You were the one who said that. 100%. But okay, having said that, I think I would stand a much better chance, because I like to believe that those who voted for GSE and Pinlian, very unlikely they will vote for Tony. But I expect more sport votes then. Now the sport votes we calculated about 2%. 2% is within the range, so it's okay. But I think if it's a straight fight, very likely there will be more sport votes. And also, I think I have a better chance, much better chance.
Where do you think your support base came from? 34+%.
At first I thought it was only from my side, from my western side. I was told even as far as Punggol and all these places, we did make some inroads. So it's a good thing that maybe we held the rally in Changi, and then we had our mailers out. I think my mailers did help me, because without my mailer, I would not have been. Many people would know about me. So that was a good way of reaching out to many Singaporeans all over the island.
Some people also say that you took some of the PAP vote away from the Tony Tan. Which part of the PAP do you feel?
I believe the grassroots group.
Speaking of sport, what's your assessment of the Malay sport for your country?
I think Malay support is quite good. Has been quite good. I can sense it because let's say if my western side, there's a lot of that's quite a big Malay community. So the Jurong area also, so quite good.
Dr. Tan, you mentioned about you want to continue your role to help Singaporeans, giving comments and all that. Is this also the way that you want to continue your role to unify Singaporeans?
Oh yeah. You see, when we say unify Singapore, when I say unifying Singapore, I really mean it. It doesn't mean that I don't have I would have a better platform as a president, because then I think I can use it as a president. If I am a president, I call for action plan is much easier. But if I'm not president, it may be a bit difficult. But I think Singaporeans know that at the end of the day, this call is not something very, very divisive. It's something we want everybody to know that the aims are there, that we should all be working together because it's a country for everybody. So that is a good call for Singaporeans to come together. Use this multi-racial unifying cause.
Looking at the narrow margin of victory and all that, you see there still exists deep division within society in Singapore.
Yes, for that reason you must work. You see, you must never run away from the issue. If the issue is very divisive, what do? You cannot say, oh, divisive, I can't do. In fact, the biggest challenge is when it's divisive, then you make the efforts. And that will make people wake up and realize that, well, that is the ultimate aim for us, for whole of Singapore, is a united Singapore. I never run away from tough issues. So I would try. I have to find ways, and if you ask me now, honestly, I can't tell you off now.
But in hindsight, Doc, what could you have done better? Are there certain areas that you think in hindsight you could have done better?
Where?
Whatever
this campaign.
your whole campaign.
This campaign. No, I think I've done my best. I've covered all the grounds, and all my men have done a very good job. They, from the very beginning to the rally stage, we have done a very, very good job. In fact, only yesterday, this morning, Prime Minister called me. I was quite surprised to receive his call. And his call was to compliment my election campaign. He said he had done a very well dignified campaign. So I think that's a compliment that he realized that my team, in spite of no backing from anybody, we are able to galvanize this group of young, old Singaporeans, my old team and the new team, together and come up with a whole program of campaigning.
Do you have a long conversation with PM?
Not too long. We just talked about all this. He was mainly this, because he said he's quite impressed with the way I fought my election.
Speaking of conversation, have you had a chance to talk to the president and congratulate him on his election?
No, we never got a chance to meet because I wonder why they put all of us so far apart. But anyway, I think I must pay compliment to him also. I think he has won, and well, good luck to him. He's got a very, very difficult task ahead of him. But I guess he has been given that mandate. He will have to do it.
But how convinced are you that Dr. Tony Tan has been? How convinced are you that he has received a mandate from the people to be the elected president? How convinced are you?
I think it's not just how convinced. I think we have our system is first past the post. So first past the post, you just can't help it. You cannot convince it. It's there. Our system make it such that it's an old British system. That if you're first past the post, you get the chance to run your presidency. How he runs, whether that percentage will be able to, for him to galvanize the support, is his challenge. He has to do.